Howdy everybody. So I just got off work and I happened to pick something up. And are you ready to see what it is? Because I'm excited. Boom. Freaking NES Classic, man. I had somebody wait in line for me from 6 a.m. to get this. So wanted to do a little review on it. Obviously there's some nostalgia here. This is actually my first console that I ever had. It's the NES Classic Edition, or the NES Mini as some people are calling it. Original release for the main console, the Nintendo, was in 1985, so this is just kind of the little remake of it. I'm sure most of you guys watching this video have already heard of it. Let's check out their website first of all before we start the unboxing. So we'll go to desktop here. Alright, so it's saying that it's only $59.99 MSRP, which that is correct right now in stores. You can also see that these things are running for upwards of $200 to sell right now. So I had to contemplate whether or not I was going to hang on to this or make a little profit. They're saying, oh, Nintendo's struggling to meet demand and all this stuff. They've already sold over 200,000 copies of this, or devices. I guess what I say to that is Nintendo's being Nintendo. They did the same thing with half of their Wii amiibos. So they do this on purpose. It's to drive demand. Everybody knows it, especially if you work in an industry like this. You understand that that is kind of purpose. So we'll scroll down here. So, yep, what they say there, 1985. It's the original version. I'm excited to see how small it is. I mean, the box is literally not big, maybe a little bit bigger than my hand. Has awesome game lineup. So everything like Donkey. Oh, and before I even get into that, it has that CRT filter, so it's supposed to look like an old TV. I want to see how that looks, both on maybe like a 720 TV, and I have the Sony XBR, the 65 850D, so I'm gonna throw it on there too and see how it looks on like a really new age, you know, device. Still has the 4:3 aspect ratio, so it has a little bit of stretch, and the pixels are perfect square. So I think that's why it'll be cool on a 4K device. I hope maybe it has some type of, my TV has built-in upscale, so I'm gonna see what it looks like on there. So don't really care about getting the stories behind the games. I'm really excited for Zelda. There's some great ones in here. Final Fantasy, Zelda, obviously, Super Mario Brothers 3, Kirby Adventure, Ninja Gaiden, Punch Out after it was released, and then they threw, who was it? Mike Tyson into the game. Mike Tyson's Punch Out, does that sound right? And then they took him back out again, and then re-released it on here. Donkey Kong Jr., TECMO Bowl, oh my gosh, I really want to play that. Some other big ones. Castlevania, I mean, that was pretty good. Ghosts and Goblins, oh my gosh, you remember how hard this game was? You beat the game, and then it just sends you back through the game with less armor and one life. Oh, this little moat. I remember this one too. I don't remember what that one's called. I used to play that a lot too. So, that's pretty much their website. I've heard that the controllers are only on like a 3-foot cable or something like that. So, I mean, that's not very long, but I'm assuming that the hookup to the TV maybe is a little longer so that you can keep the device closer to you. We'll take a look at that too. But they do sell cable extensions as well. So probably something I'll have to pick up. I know already I have to pick up an extra controller because that's already a necessity. The lady wants to play a few games on it too. So we'll go ahead and start with the unboxing. On the back it shows the list of the games that are released. Sorry about the glare. I'm not very good lighting going on right now. Shows the console, retro blast from the past with a return of the all-time favorite and Nintendo Classic System, the mini-size NES. It's packed with 30 pre-installed games, and Nintendo Entertainment System comes from the 80s, fully loaded, ready to play using the original NES Classic controller. That's kind of cool. pretty much just says the same thing, control pad, all that stuff, select and pause for the game. I'll have a full list of the games that are with it in the description if you wanted to take a look at it. It does say rated everyone 10 up, so mild violence. So let's take a look inside. I am excited. I don't want to completely remove the box. So. Now you're playing with power, in case you guys didn't know. Alright, so it's in a little sheath, little box thing here. To start out, it gives you a little guide, and I see Duck Hunt on the front. It's pretty cool. Oh my gosh, I didn't even realize I was looking at the system. This thing is small. That guy does not have very big hands in that picture because this thing looks even smaller now that it's here in person. That's maybe what she said. Look at this little thing, okay? Now look at the picture in this person's hand, how it's like completely filling the hand, and then like look at how small it looks when I hold it. This thing is, okay, here is a Galaxy Note 5, and it is actually bigger lengthwise than the NES, if that gives you any kind of clue on how small that is. That is crazy. It's actually pretty much within an inch of the same width as well. So that's pretty wild. Looks like everything's almost exactly the same. The reset button is membraned, and then obviously the lid doesn't flip up or anything like that. It's just essentially all this is a box with an emulator in it. That's the best way to describe it. So in other words, a PC, if you've never used one of those before, probably using one of those to take a look at me right now. Actually has the HDMI out and then DC power in. It looks like just a micro USB. What else we got in here? So full size, original style controller, which is actually good. I was not going to be happy if they released this mini NES with a mini controller, because that would not be tolerated with me anyway. Because I can barely, I've pretty much grown accustomed to this size, and yeah, I don't even know if this is 3 feet honestly on this cable. This is short. It might be 3 feet, but that's not very long. So from me to the device, I have this far away. So the buttons feel a little different. There's more give on the A and B button than what I remember. And I also feel like the buttons were maybe a little bigger. Start and select button are almost exactly membrane style, and the D-pad, I can't tell a difference there. So other than that, it's pretty much the same. I'll have to see what the extensions run. I think Best Buy carries an extension, Insignia brand, for like 20 bucks or something like that maybe. So I might have to pick one of those up, as well as an extra controller, which the controllers run $10, I believe. So, also included, obviously, is the power micro USB. If I can get to the bottom of it. Oh, and the HDMI cable is included. I guess I should have figured that, but I really didn't think about it at the time. And the power cable on here is actually pretty lengthy. It looks like it might be 2 meters or so. So I think that's maybe the intention, is to get the device closer to you in general, so that maybe you have access to the power button. Because obviously you can't control that. Nice. So I'd say maybe about 1.5 meters or so. Not quite 6 feet, so probably like 5 feet or so. Let's get all these boxes and stuff out of the way. Standard HDMI cable, I'm sure nothing special here. I can't imagine that the 4:3 aspect ratio and like 8-bit game is going to not be able to handle an HDMI cable, so no worries there. All right. I'm half tempted to have a little TV sitting off to the side here and being able to play it, but all right, let's get this thing plugged in. I won't be able to get too good of an angle of what it looks like, at least right now anyway. I might do another video of how it looks on the 850D with the upscaling and all that stuff. I don't know if it even will upscale like that, possibly, so go ahead and get this one turned over here. Alright, so it looks like you go through some type of setup for your language. Looks like you go straight into the game choosing. Oh, this is it right here. Excitebike. I remember that. Oh my gosh. Ghosts and Goblins. That game was just so ridiculous. There's another one I used to play like crazy. I didn't know it came with both of these. The Adventure of Link and Zelda. So there's the 30 games. Oh, it looks like you have some options for display. You can turn on CRT filter, which I kind of... Let's test it. Let's test it with Mario. I know I'm going basic, but I want to be able to see the difference between them. This is also on a 720 monitor, by the way. Not that it's going to make a huge bit of difference, but let's try it out. Oh gosh. The CRT filter, you probably cannot see it on the screen, but good lord, it is very, very CRT-ish. It's like looking through a screen door. Bye. Failure. Sorry, I'm looking through this through the recording, and it's kind of a latency. Oh. Alright, I'm gonna try it without the CRT filter and see the difference here. And I don't know how to get out. I'm guessing I actually have to push the reset button, which might be why they have... Oh, yep. So we'll go display. I believe it was on 4:3 before. I'll take a look at that one too. So that one, it just looks normal, I guess you could say. There's pixels, like the aliasing, I guess you could say. So, I mean, you can see some pixelation, but I would say this is how it would have been on like a normal TV. Well, I guess CRT would be the normal TV, but it's a little crisper. Alright, we'll try another one here. There's Pixel Perfect as well. I want to check that one out. Okay, and it looks like all this one actually does is takes it out of the 6:3 aspect ratio and makes it into a perfect square. That's the only thing that I can see the difference between. So you still have like the, you know, the curved lines or the jagged lines and stuff, but you're out of that aspect ratio. Well, alright. So I think actually I would definitely just play on the 4x3 without the CRT. I mean, it's if you want the CRT filter, that's up to you. But I like it to fill the whole screen at least. So that's for sure. I definitely want to play that. God, even the music to this is just, just brings it back. Okay. Let's see. Well, we're not being dealt. Oh, I guess we have to play Minnesota versus Cleveland. Oh my God. I suck. Oh God. He could go all the way. No, he doesn't. He doesn't make. Oh, he could go all the way. Oh my God. There he has it, Minnesota. The old Vikings, huh? There it is. Go for that extra. Oh God. It's good. Alright guys, so that's pretty much it. All I wanted to show you in this video anyway. Let me know if you want to see it on the 850D or not. I'm not really going to make a video unless you guys want to check it out. I'll eventually take it downstairs and get it hooked up. And if I hear from you guys, I might do a video on that as well. I have a GoPro, so I could take a pretty good video of that downstairs. Not as bad as that, obviously. There was not very good lighting there, and I was getting a lot of glare. But yeah, you can pick it up now, 60 bucks. There's not a lot of places that have them. They're back ordered until after January, I believe, or so. So might not be able to get one by Christmas. But I had to grab one when I had the chance, so I did. Like the video if you liked it. If you disliked it, definitely put in the comments or let me know what more you want to see, or maybe something that I'm missing out on that you want to know more about. And maybe I'll do a video with some in-game footage or something like that. We can do a little stream on some of the games that blast from the past, alright? So let me know in the comments below what you want to see next time, and we'll see you later. Airborne.